All right, here we are. This is Pamela at Eli Needing Creative, and this is my last little video about my costume for the ball. This is me getting all of my jewelry put together. I have some different types of beads: clay, glass, and stone. And this is how I'm going to put everything together to create some beautiful pieces for my costume today. I chose each thing because they reminded me of Mexico. Bright colors, the folk art, all of those things, and the chunky jewelry that Frida would wear. So this particular bracelet has already broken and been rewired. I actually used wire. Confession time. This was the day of the ball, so of course I didn't have a huge amount of time, so I just felt like I would use stretchy cord and beads and all that sort of thing, and I would be good. And I was right. It was good. I didn't have very many problems at all for the night of the ball. But the next day, I came into the studio with a whole bunch of beautiful orange beads all over the floor. So I just did it right the next day when there wasn't that huge amount of pressure on me. So I really enjoy these little owls. They represent wisdom to me. They also remind me of commercials when I was a kid, that Tootsie Pop commercial. But wisdom and understanding, which is something that is important to look for in life. Now, putting these little rocks all together, I wasn't exactly sure what it was going to look like or how it was going to go. So I decided to really take my time and put things together and see how I liked it. And if I didn't like it, I changed it. So this is a wire that I ended up using on those orange beads with like a nice new clasp that's easy to get on and off. Like, I think it's one of those T clasps. So that works better. So you'll see here that I had an idea, and then I looked at it and I decided, no, this isn't it for me. So I went a different direction. At the very end, you'll get to see a little shot of it on me in just my regular clothes, not in my costume, but it is actually quite a fun necklace to look at. I decided that I didn't want something that was tight. I wanted it loose and something I could just put over my head if I wanted to without undoing anything or needing too much help. So I decided to use those glass beads. And, I was thinking about some of the beads. They reminded me of watermelon, which reminded me of her last painting, which was of the watermelons. So I also decided to add a couple more skulls and a couple of wise owls at the very back of the necklace, just because, why not? I wanted to use up as many of these beads as possible in one project. So this is what I have going on. My orange bracelet now is this type of closure, and it works pretty good. I ended up putting the excess cord through the beads instead of clipping it off. I felt like that would be probably the best thing. Unfortunately, I was having a hard time with those crimping beads. They were being a little bit of a problem, but I got lots of creative work done, and I had a lot of fun creating this costume. I hope that you feel inspired to get creative in your life. Dress up, have fun. All the best to you. Come back and see what I have going on the bench next week. Ta-ra.